Morning, folks. So a while back I started this video and somehow or another I erased part of it, but I think there's enough here to piece together and kind of show you what I'm talking about. But this trailer here, I put that water cube thing, IBC tank I think they call them, not really positive what that stands for. I put that in the back of it, and I fixed the hitch so I can take that down and fill it up now and then. Well, that works fine, but it's kind of a hassle. So I wanted a way to try to fill that without leaving, but I don't want to pump our well dry. And so I come up with this idea. It's a real slow trickle filler. I looked on the computer there, and there's a company called Well Management, and what they have is they have a storage tank and a box on the wall that's computerized, and every half an hour it'll pump for 1 minute, so it doesn't drain your well out, but it refills that storage tank. Comes the wind. Talking about wind, I wondered where one of my coffee cups went. Cindy. But anyway, so I got the water going, coming out of there to water this big old tree here, and it's just on a gravity thing. I got the box cracked open over here, the valve cracked open. Like so, and between that tree and another one, it's down to this level from about here. Now this is how I did this. I'll show you what I filmed the other day. So here's what I needed to do this. I got the float, like I said, livestock float. This was, I think, $8 or $9. I got this fitting here for a hose. This is for a water line for your refrigerator for an ice cube tray. I got about, I don't know, 4 inches or so of copper tubing, and then the other compression fitting that goes onto the float. So what I need to do is drill a hole that size, poke it through from the inside, and clamp it together. These are cut out from a 2-inch hole saw out of a bucket. They're black plastic 5-gallon bucket bottoms is what they are. I'm going to use those for fender washers. They won't rust, and they'll make this a little bit stiffer so that hopefully doesn't flex and crack there. I bent this around so that I can maybe zip tie the hose or something to this metal cage that these come in. But anyhow, that's the thought. Whether it works or not, I don't know. Oh, and I have a tube of silicone too to put in between these washers and things to seal it just that much better. Okay, so in order for this to work, that float needs to be able to come up high enough to cut it off. So I'm going to want to have this probably about 3 inches or so lower than the top of the tank. So a hole right about here. These step drills are kind of nice. You don't need a whole bunch of drill bits. You just need to figure out which size works. That's about the right size. It'll be hard to get it in there though. Just a little more. Okay, there we go. So that comes off of there. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. Okay, now this is going to be the hard part. Got to put it in through the inside of this hole here. Try to line up the, try to find that little bitty hole on this side. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult, I think. Okay, got it. But I need to put this other flat washer on there with silicone on it, so I got to take that nut back off, and then the float itself is upside down. I'll have to twist it around the right direction. Okay, that was a little difficult to get into place, but I got it. Now, this one. Let's go probably to there. This might be a problem. I can't reach in there and hold that. It ended up being a little harder than I thought it was going to be, because I couldn't reach in there and hold it from spinning. But that's what it ends up looking like. Now the inside, I don't drop my camera. Looks like that. And with this thing on here, I can turn this down so it's just a drip. That's all I want right there. Looks like I could have drilled that hole a little higher, but I can adjust it by bending that rod on the float. I got it where it's just barely, this valve here, the blue handle, is just barely on. You can see the water trickling down there through the plastic. Just barely filling up at all. I think that'll work just fine. So actually, this is kind of the way our well is working. It is refilling. I got that little trickle there. That's the water. If it was in the well, they would be coming down through the rocks and the dirt. But it's draining it faster than what that can keep up with. So instead of being that full, we're that full. On our well, if you kick that off for a little while, a couple hours or something, it will refill, same as that will. But it takes a while. So as long as we're careful with the pump I put in, not to empty it faster than it can refill, we should be okay. You gotta kind of pay attention and think about how long you've been running the hose. Other than that, it ought to work just dandy. Hopefully. So since then, I have gone to a different valve type, and it's just on a real slow little trickle refilling this tank. It'll probably take several hours to do, but it shouldn't pump the well down. What it will do is it will cause the well to kick on and off a couple times, but with 60 pounds of pressure dropping down to 40, it shouldn't kick on, too fast together. They say that's really hard on your well, but that little trickle there is a whole lot less than a garden hose when Cindy's out here watering with that. So, anyhow, have a great day. See you folks tomorrow. Bye.